Well, hi there, friends. Happy Friday. This is my final episode of my 5-part series of overcoming the struggles and the shifts in my life that I've made from my 30s to my 40s to help me feel better. You may be asking, where have I been? Well, if you've ever traveled and come home from vacation, then you can relate to the fact that the first week you're home is bajonkers, and we had a very busy but exciting week here at Team Niset. So I was remiss in getting on here live to share the final part of my series. Now, if you've missed them, you can find them here on my personal page. You can also follow us over on Team Niset and scroll back through our videos. But basically, I have shared a 5-part series about recapping some of the struggles that I've had in my life from my 30s to my 40s. The very first episode I talked about, basically, honestly, you guys, the bottom line is it's coming down to overcoming excuses. So I needed to overcome excuses in my life to fit fitness in. I needed to overcome excuses and make nutrition a priority. I needed to figure out how to understand what our priorities are and make decisions based on what was best for our family in line with our priorities. And I needed to get some systems and habits in place to make myself feel more calm. So those were the first 4 parts. Today I'm talking to you about fear, and maybe you can relate to this. For me, it comes down to, in the course of my life, I've had fear in different areas. Maybe fear of failing, fear of letting people down, fear of falling short of a goal, or fear about what other people think. And here's what I've learned. Fear can truly hold you back from reaching your goals. In fact, fear holds 99% of people back from ever starting. And so the moral of this story, and what I want to kind of relate to you, the story I want to share with you today, because I like to share stories, is have you ever had a goal or something in your life that you wanted really, really badly? Like with every ounce of fiber of your being. Hi, Margie. Thank you for joining. If you join, will you say hi so I can say hi back? And I hope that you would share this. If you did that right now, we could have more friends watching this video, because I think realizing that fear holds us back is important to discuss, and how some strategies to overcome it. So thank you for watching, and thank you guys for sharing. My story is, hi Carla. My story is this: have you ever tried really, really hard to work for a goal and fallen short? Now, some of you know that I'm a runner and have been my whole life, and it has been a goal of mine to qualify for the Boston Marathon. Now, if you're not a runner, I know what you're gonna say, like, whatever, you know, I've run a few marathons. Hi, Whitney. Some people never run one. And so what I'd ask you to do, instead of like tuning out and saying, I can't relate to this lady that runs marathons, is to replace it with a goal of your own, something that you want really badly in your life. Because that's what this is for me. It goes back probably 26 years when I ran my very first marathon. And I did qualify at that point, but I've tried 6 times after that to get there. Now, for 10 of those years we had kids, and so I wasn't working too hard on that goal. But I've struggled each and every time I said I was going to do it. I've struggled and been unable to reach that goal again. Including last time I tried 2 years ago, I missed my goal of qualifying for Boston by 1 minute. Anybody that's worked really hard, especially if you're a runner, can relate to falling short of a goal by a minute. To work for years for something and to miss it by like the skin of your teeth, that's very painful. And so for 2 years, I have been afraid to try again. I've been afraid to put it out there that I was going to commit to this process again. I was afraid to try again, because what if I miss it again? What if I tell everybody and then I have to tell everybody that I I didn't do it again. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to shift your mindset a bit, to help you realize what I've realized is you have to push outside of your comfort zone. No change happens in your comfort zone. I could very easily just give up and say, you know what, maybe I'm not meant to get there. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe this big goal that I have, replace whatever goal you have, isn't meant to be. Maybe it's not in the cards. And the shame in that would be that you'll get to the end of your life and you will maybe be disappointed with the outcome. It comes down to your comfort zone. I have two thoughts I want to share with you. Basically, your comfort zone, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't exist. Because no change happens, no personal growth happens in your comfort zone when you're comfortable. So if you want to grow and you want to be a better person tomorrow than you were today, you need to do something that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. You should look for things to push you outside of your comfort zone. And so I'm going to keep trying. Some of you that follow me know I signed up for my next marathon. It's been 2 years, but I'm going to do the Erie Presque Isle Marathon in September. And I will get there. And if I don't, then I'll figure out what I did wrong and I'll try it again. I am going to choose hard. I'm going to choose to struggle today because this is what I know. There's never a good time. Never. Never an easy time, never the perfect time. The lights are never all going to be green when you leave your house. There will always be an excuse. There will always be a limitation. There will always be some reason why right now isn't a good time for you to work towards whatever goal you need to work for. I'm going to choose hard now because if I can figure it out, I'm going to grow. And that means my struggles I'm going to overcome. If you choose not to figure out your struggles, thank you, Whitney, you're going to have the same struggles in 5 years. I'm going to say that again. If you decide that you can't make changes, be healthy, create new habits, because of whatever excuse you have in your life, your struggles will remain the same today as they are in 5 years. There will never be the perfect time, and that is one of the biggest mindset shifts I've had to make in the 2 years that I've been coaching and the 2 years before that when I started working on my own self. So my challenge to you today, ladies and gentlemen, is to consider what it is you're afraid of. Decide that you are going to overcome excuses and figure it out. Figure out the exercise, figure out the nutrition, figure out your priorities, figure out some systems. Exactly, Whitney. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you don't try to do something differently, you're going to remain the same. And you're going to end up drifting through life and finding yourself unhappy and unhealthy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you for the comments. My challenge for you today is to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. As always, the invitation is open. As health and fitness coaches, we have challenge groups, which are basically our virtual gyms. We run them every month. In fact, however, only once a month do we open the doors where we let new people in. That happens right now. We're opening the doors on Monday. If you want to talk to us more about exercise, nutrition, priorities, habits, systems, and overcoming the fear of failure, then we would love to invite you to join us for one of our challenge groups. If you will say yes, if you will decide to join us, comment below, I'm interested, count me in, whatever you want to say, and we will talk this weekend and get you in our group. Thank you so much for joining, friends, and have a great weekend.